Welcome back. This is Dad's Book Reviews. I'm Kevin.
I'm Don.
This is my dad.
We've got some really nice books for you this month.
Awesome. So, how many books we have?
6 books. One of them is an 8, but it's one that one of our readers recommended, so I thought I'd include it anyway.
Okay.
The next book is Choice of Magic by Michael G. Manning. This is a fantasy series named Art of the Adept. There are 5 books in the series, and the series is finished. So here's one you can go 5 and out, and it'll be done. There's 626 pages in the book. William Cartwright is our protagonist. We first meet him when he's 13 years old, as he sees his father for the first time without knowing that it's his father. And while his father is visiting, he ends up being poisoned by an emerald viper as he saves who turns out to be his half-sister from getting bitten by a viper. He gets bitten himself. No one survives an emerald viper bite. He's written off for dead by his mother and by his father. It appears that he's supposed to die a very slow, painful death. Will, in his delirium, while he's under the throes of this snake bite, is able to see an old man that turns out to be a mysterious relative. He uses magic to pull the venom out of his body. He's strongly cautioned by his mother to never mention the old man's name or where he lives or that he survived a snake venom bite, because that will bring attention to things that can't be exposed. But he finds out that very quickly after that, he has the ability to see and do magic. His mother is an alchemist. What is just below an alchemist? She's the herbalist that takes care of people in town.
Okay.
Does the births and mixes the medicines for people. And he starts noticing that he can look at a plant that his mother has grown and tell how much of the magic that she's after is in that plant. And he can look at a plant that's not looking good and figure out why it's not thriving. And he can sort his mother's plants into these are good and these are weak, and his mother loves it. Suddenly she gets all these plants sorted and she doesn't have to do it. And then it gets a little more complicated because family brings a boy that's just had an accident the day before and he's dying from infection, and his mother's away at a childbirth. Because he knows what things his mother used to fix the infection, he lets them talk him into treating it. He goes in and makes the right medications, and he puts this poultice in, and then he sits by the bed and holds the guy's hand and wishes him better. He doesn't know what he's doing, but he's giving his own life force to this boy to make him better. And he heals him. And now rumors start up in the village that he healed this boy with magic. And that's a real problem because he's going to get branded as a warlock, which will get him killed by the king. So what happens is his grandfather comes and picks him up and takes him to his house in the woods. And his grandfather is a cantankerous, cranky, insulting old man that just doesn't do anything to endear himself to his relative. But he does train him for the next 3 years. He's his teacher. He learns to be a wizard, or at least he builds up the foundation in his body on which to learn to become a wizard. There hasn't been a wizard alive for centuries.
Is that because the king kills them all?
Uh-huh. They've had to go into hiding. Either that or go to war. Rated at a 10. Okay. This is excellent. It's worth your time to read. Limited hard profanity. Sexual tension or sex implied, but nothing overt. Violent acts of high intensity, and rated for teen. The author does a really good job in helping you get to know and love the characters that are in this. This is no fast, I go from being a nothing to a mage in 2 chapters, or like some of the books. This is, I know nothing, and you're not teaching me anything, but I'm learning something without realizing that I'm learning something. We get to experience his life as he slowly gets to understand what magic is. And right in the middle of it, the country gets invaded, and the invasion force is coming right through his hometown, which disrupts everything and just messes everything up. Magic is real, but he doesn't know enough to make much of a difference, and even what little he does know is likely to get him killed if anyone else knows that he knows it. So it was a good book.
It was a
good series.
A slow progression, slow progression fantasy where you're living life with this
You're
boy.
living life with this boy, and you're finding out, you're going through the things he does, and you understand the decisions he makes because you go through them with him. And this is a good one. I think you would like this one.
He said there was some mild profanity or some
limited use of hard profanity. Every once in a while, someone in the army throws something, but it's not inherent in the book.
All right, well, 6 books.
Some of them are really good. I think you'll enjoy reading some of these books.
Lots of different mix, it sounds like. Some apocalypse-ish, some fantasy, some sci-fi, so lit RPG.
It's all there. It's all there, and gamut from read to your kids to stay completely away.
All right. Hopefully you'll find something that you are interested in.
Good reading.